It's a Friday and just finished work and thought I would do today. It was Robbie's turn. So sadly we have only out of 3 horses who are ridden, only one in work, and that is Mr. Robbie. So Robbie is he's quite an anxious character, so I thought I would show today some of the work I've been doing with him lately. He's taken a real aversion to our brush fence, whereas Odie just pops over it. Robbie is not happy about it. So I thought I'd explain some of the work I do with them in order to overcome this. So old Robbie here is now on day like 4 or 5 of doing this, and it is getting better. So what I want is in their jump and also in their behaviour, I want complete relaxation. So I've pretty much got that now with Robbie going near this brush fence. So that's all the question is, so I'm asking him to do is go near the brush fence. And we can now stand next to it and I can control his thoughts and his mind, which sounds a bit weird, but hopefully you'll see that. And I can now get him to stand there, but it's still not how I want it, which is completely relaxed and like let go of all the energy and just breathe. And sounds a bit hippie, but it's become a real thing for me about relaxation in their work. I've had quite a lot of tricky, difficult horses in the last few years, and I've found it really works for them. So as you can see, Robbie is very relaxed here. He's pretty easy and chilled in his ridden work, but as I said, you'll see later, I'm going to try and get Jerry to video. She's not got the best skills in videoing, but we'll try and get it to video what my typical session with Robbie would look like at the moment. So he's doing this like 4 or 5 times a week because it sort of needs to be built on, and then in between that he's hacking. So it's not like, so it's quite informal. What I do is work him around. I've got a few poles on the floor and things like that, and then what I want to do is his rest and relaxation time is standing next to the brush. And then I'll move around it, and I want small steps because that's not rushing. If they're big steps and moving fast, that's rushing. I want small, little, tiny steps. We had quite a good breakthrough yesterday just with walk jumping. Again, in his jump, he speeds up and speeds away from landing. I don't want that, so I've been doing walk jumping. And then, yeah, he's very relaxed, like, Robbie. Chilling and talking to the Shetland. Right? Yeah? Right, Ginger? And so, yeah, I thought that might interest you. Next week he goes to camp. I'm supposed to be taking 2 to camp, but now I'm only taking 1. Oh, that's my favourite. There she is down there. Because Odie is the next one. So I'll take you over to see Odie. So in the last week, well, I suspected it last week, so I completely backed off his work. Because he just went slightly uneven and found the footwork. He's quite short-necked anyway, not ridiculously short-necked, but he's gone cut and shut. So when I tied him up yesterday, I could see how uneven he looked. And it doesn't look really bad, but he looks like 2 horses put together at the moment with that bum. So yesterday he really struggled with his ridden work. Actually, you can see it quite well from this angle, how much higher his back is, and also how he's not developing muscle in his back I'd like, because he's just really struggling. You know, he can't get the core lift because he's being jammed by his bum into his shoulders. So he is not going to be touched now for a month to give him a chance to grow and even out. There you go. I can go. There you go. You can really see it from that angle. It's quite a useful angle. How much higher his bum is to his women. So personally, I stop all the work. There you go. Because you're just jamming the shoulders, you're shortening the stride in front and trot, everything becomes really hard for them, and then you're going to make a really sore, resentful horse. So I personally just stop, and I'll look at him again in a month and see what he looks like. It's Incy. She has had her shoes off. She's looked rubbish. So don't know if you can see. Well, she doesn't look. I think she, you know, the coat when you get close to it. It's so dull and starey. I know winter coats are coming, but she's normally like the most glossy, shiny thing. And if anything, she just goes darker in the winter and gets more dapples and pops, but she's so dull in her coat, it just looks awful. So I've bought more gut balancer for her because we have to run out, and actually the coat turned again very quickly. She's got her little eye mask on because that's what she has during the day to protect her eyes. But on Tuesday, she goes to the veterinary clinic, and then she's being treated for leptospirosis. So she gets some quite hardcore antibiotics dripped into her eye. And that's Tuesday, so I hope that will solve a lot of the problems. We have vet visits up currently at the moment, twice a week, to keep an eye on it because any flares are not good on the eye. She did have a slight flare the other day, so that's been treated with steroids. So she's just been dropped because the eye's in good nick. We flash a torch into, well, I flash my phone into her eye to check the pupils. And yes, so fingers crossed we're coming to the end of this journey with her problematic eyes. Poor thing. But yeah, she's quite happy. She comes in during the day because she can't be in the light because she has the drugs to make her pupils pop. So she's in during the day and then out at night. But yeah, apart from looking like crap, which I can't do anything about, she's okay. So finally, the last one, my favourite little Shetland. Look at the state of here. Look at that little face. How can you not love that little face? Is Duchess. So I clipped her a bit last. Don't look at my clipping lines; they're not the best. It's a Shetland. She doesn't go out in public very often. I clipped her last week because obviously it was so hot and she's got quite a thick coat. And also, she has been on a mega diet. When the vet was out for it, he was like, "Is she too fat?" And the vet was like, "Yes." I was like, "Oh." So she has been on a mega diet. She's still on a mega diet where we try and heavily restrict her food and keep her exercise, which we've seen a bit of long lining and also a bit of lunging. But yes, it's a lot better than it was, but still, the vet's like, keep going. So unfortunately, Duchess, your diet has not ended.
Rather than make a drama out really hard work for them, so they don't do huge amounts of it. Fast thinker. I think he's almost ready to jump this, I will probably record that. And you can have a look. Because effectively, until I think he's, there you go, the other day he was like reversing, wouldn't go over that, and he's now just jumping from pop. So this is much better.
So, I hope you found that slightly interesting. I'm a bit different to the way people traditionally work. I found over the years that putting the time and the attention in now as for when you can't work them very hard anyway, I don't care about the outline and stuff like that, because actually that comes very quickly when they've got the strength, but I do care about how their brain is, and as an eventer they need a brain that really helps you out, stays straight and isn't worried about stuff. Robbie's a classic horse which I could really bully over that fence very easily because he does think forwards, but actually at 6, if I want to go novice, it's going to come back and bite me, so this is why I prefer to put the work in now. Next week I go to camp, might be interesting. I start them all on the lunge because I don't know what Robbie knows or doesn't know, so I prefer to find out on the lunge and find out, then I can really watch him as well about how he reacts to things rather than just guessing as I sit on him and hoping that he's not, you know, and almost again bullying him and cajoling him, whereas on the lunge it's, you know, I don't put any pressure on and just ask them what they can do. So again, this is my technique, it's what I do. Other people have got better ones probably, but I think with horses it's all about a lot of tools in the box, and the more tools you have the better. So this is just my method, it's worked for me over the years. I usually have pretty genuine cross-country horses when they're not hormonal and who want to try and help you out. So yes, please like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more type of thing like this. Obviously this is just scratching the surface. Robbie's got tons more to go through, and you can see his journey. Odie obviously has got a month off, so not quite so interesting, but I'm certainly going to do a bit more in hand with him while he can. And yeah, so please, yes, let me know if this is the type of thing you like.